Habits are something that we usually build up day by day. Usually, habits can change how we do things, like going to sleep, working out, or just your productivity in general, which is something that can benefit us. But there's one habit that can completely change how you see your own priorities. One habit that can change how you do things in your life. And that habit, my friend, is consistency. Now, you might be wondering, how does this habit change the lens of my priorities? Well, it has affected a lot, and I mean a lot, for how much effort I put into my priorities and how much that I'm productive. It's something that I feel most people lack nowadays because it's way easier to just do stuff when you want and you could just rest in your bed all day, binging shows that you won't even care for later on. And I don't want you to end up like that. That person that's just doesn't really care for what their habits are and they just care about quick dopamine hits, which is not good. I don't want you to end up like that. Because consistency, my friend. I know I talked a lot about this in the channel if you've been watching, but consistency can make you so much progress and it can really make you better at what you do. So I'm going to explain how I was without having this habit of consistency and how I started to build it up slowly and slowly, which leads me into the first topic of the video, which is my testimony on building up consistency. So, I started to focus on making videos for this channel, as you may have seen. I started to focus on it when the summer started for me, but I wasn't really focused on it that much for a bit because I wasn't really used to working on making these videos during school time because during this type of recording I am starting school now, but before when I used to make these videos, it would be during the summer, right? So there will be some days where I would just feel like I don't want to work at all. Like I didn't want to open my computer. I didn't want to look at my computer. I just want to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And it was sort of like for the first for like the first month, it started to feel like as me like for me working on content like because I wasn't putting my best in because I wasn't really used to it. It felt like I was just wasting my time making these videos. It felt like I was doing it because I have to and this gobbledygook when it wasn't the case. Because I lost my rhythm because I was used I was listed having it in my school schedule so I could have a plan and an idea on what to do for that day, right? So I was not focused as much as I was now. And during this time, I was wondering to myself, how can I get back into my rhythm? How can I get back into my focus? Because I was doing so good before. I mean, before I was still trying to learn, but I was doing good for myself back then. So I was like, how can I keep up that rhythm, right? So I started to make a schedule for myself just to keep myself on track for what I needed to do. So for example, I formatted one section into priorities, which was things I needed to get done, like a show here, like maybe working out, doing a school assignment, whatever the case may be. And one section with tasks I could get done for the day when I was finished with my priorities list. I'm just gonna say this now. To get used to this habit, to get actually focused with the habit, it was hard for me to get used to it. It was hard. The amount of days, and I'm gonna say this, the amount of days where I wish I didn't have that schedule was a lot. For the first week, it was painful for me. I had to get up, do whatever I need to do for work, and then meditate, and then work out, then work again. Just a constant list over and over and over, day by day. It was hard to do, very hard to do. But then, before I even realized what I was doing, like before even understanding how consistent I was, that was when I started to actually focus. Like I was just laser focused on just completing what was needed to be done for that day. And before the afternoon hit one day, I completed my whole priorities list. My whole priorities list. And that was on a day where I didn't feel like editing at all, because that was the day where I had to edit a video. During that day, I just wanted to do something else, but something in me just decided to focus, decided to actually lock in and do what it needs, do what it needed to be done. I was that focused, and I was surprised that day because I was thinking to myself, how much work could I get done without if I'm focused like this? How much work could I get done if I was focused in the zone like this? And about the third week of just me doing what I need to do with that schedule, I was not even mad over completing my schedule. Actually, I was starting to be actually happy because I got stuff to do now. How could I go from me not even wanting to put that much effort into editing a video to me being laser focused on the video, just editing, make sure everything is good. How can I come from that? And that was consistency. That was when I started to build consistency. Once I realized how much time it took for me to build it, I thought to myself, how can most people not have consistency in their lives? And after thinking that over, I do realize why. And that's because most people don't want to put effort in. That's the truth. They want to do so little, yet expect to reap so much rewards. They expect to reap more rewards. They expect to have everything handed to them. That is something I don't want to see you guys at. I want you to start building consistency and focus on what you do every day if you haven't done so yet. So I'm going to explain the benefits that I have learned and gained from consistency. And I'll explain some other benefits that you can gain as well that I haven't really gained yet. With as well how to apply it right now in your life. Which leads me into the second topic of the video. What I learned and benefited from consistency. So from experience, I did learn a lot about the fundamentals of consistency in general, but there's still more I'm still trying to understand about. There's still more. I'm still in the process of fully understanding the capabilities from consistency. But even now, just looking at it, like just me taking a first glance at it, I can say that I can really see how consistency rewires how you think to now expect more progress. I can see why. Consistency is something that can really make you into the zone, into someone that is just focused on what they need to do. I don't want you to just leave you off on some information that I've learned, because what I've learned I don't think is enough for you guys to comprehend how consistency is like. So that's why I'm mentioning other benefits that you can see and gain from, because I didn't really gain those yet. So I want you to understand. So when you gain those benefits, you will understand them better. So I'm going to explain what I learned from this and some other info about it as well. You can apply these methods when you can. So don't worry about being behind. Just start today around this video. I want you to be consistent with this because it's in the name. Having consistency with what you do. Have consistency. Let's get to this section on what I've learned. So what I've learned is how consistency really makes you in the zone. Now what I mean by this? It makes you in the zone by just being focused. That's all. Nothing is taking your focus away from you, from what you're doing, and you are fueling progress and discipline, which I will get to later on. It also makes you more responsible for your tasks. Now, I want you to think about it. If you could be focused on a task for however long, once you are done, you will be eager, and I mean you will be eager to move on to what needs to be done next. You will put actual effort into what you do, into what needs to be done. What I feel is that no one really has nowadays. No one wants to put effort. No one. They just want to do the bare minimum just so they can pass by, which is not something that you should do. You are more eager to see progress from consistency. Think about it as well. If you know that putting consistency in what you do will make you gain progress, then why not put the progress in? Why not put the progress in? For me, I've seen the progress I made for myself by being consistent in what I do. And now I'm more eager to learn and understand that consistency does make you progress. It does. Due to it making you show up every single day. You also build up discipline, which is something I feel like no one really understands, and which is something that I wanted to get into in this video. I started to realize this when I just kept going for what I needed to do every day. Discipline is something that can make us into different people as well. And pairing it up with consistency, it makes sure that we are doing what we need to do. And so the way how it builds up is by you staying committed to what you need to do, doing what you need to do without motivation, and by just being focused. If you're like this when you're building consistency, if you're like this when you are building consistency, my friend, you will be building something else as great as consistency as well. Because if you have consistency and discipline, once you have those two, you're basically in the zone. Now here's some other facts on consistency. So some other things that you should know about it is you mold new habits that are beneficial to you. This is something that I'm kind of understanding now, but even now I can tell that consistency does make good habits for you. It does. Because since you're being consistent what you do, your body and mind will start to get used to you doing certain tasks every single day. And this will build up a habit of just you doing certain tasks every single day. It will make you not worry over doing it, since it's something that you're used to every single day. And not only that, it also boosts mental health. Now, this is something that I've actually kind of benefited from, so I'm understanding this right now as we speak. It boosts mental health by making you in a better mood and making you more aware of what's happening around you, so you won't act up in a certain place. So you're aware of what's happening around you. It gives you an improved sense of control, so you cannot be lost in everyday life. Because when your mind is focused, like it's not stressing over something, you will see how your mind will feel. And with consistency of you just being used to doing tasks every single day that you know that you're benefiting from, it will really be something. And I mean this. It will really give you a proof sense of control, since you can get lost easily by every day by hearing what's happening around the world, by hearing some bad news. You can really lose that mental health. Now, understanding these benefits, it shows how much things you can change for yourself and for your future. There are a lot more things I can cover for consistency, but this video would have been more than an hour long. I just included the important info that has really changed me and how I do things. And if you want to learn more, you can also do some research as well. Now here's the final words of the video. With consistency, you can do a lot, my friend. It can really show you how you can get things done yourself and how to get back up when life gives you a critical hit. This is the habit that has changed how I do things. And it has changed how I work as well, because I work way more swiftly with this, way more focused. And this is something I feel like no one really has nowadays, as I said earlier, because you can be ahead of the game with this. You can be ahead. And once you are, you will see the progress, my friend. Consistency is about showing up every day. And if you start working today, your tomorrow self will thank you for it. Now that is all I had to say for today. So make sure to work out when needed to. Understand and apply everything that I discussed about consistency, and be on top of yourself, my friend. No one, and I mean this, no one is going to force you to do what you need to do. So start being focused and actually having consistency. Thanks for watching, and I will see you, my friend, in the next video. Peace.